Transformative education happens not just in classrooms, laboratories, and libraries.
Throughout the university's history, our gymnasiums and playing fields have been the sites of wins and losses, but also of lifelong friendships formed and lifetime lessons learned.
If I could send a message to the donors, I'd thank them for everything, because I do everything that I do on this court because of them. I'm able to use these facilities to the best of my ability, and I'm able to do well in sports and academics because of them.
Good evening, fans, and welcome to R.A. Fagnall Hall on the campus of Elmhurst University for tonight's NCAA Men's Basketball Contest. Tonight's game features the visiting Carroll College Pioneers facing off against your Elmhurst University BlueJays. Before we begin tonight's game, we ask that you please stand if you are willing and able and face the flag next to the scoreboard for the playing of our national anthem. Let's meet tonight's starters. First for the visiting Pioneers. 6'5" sophomore, number 4, Michael McNabb. 6'2", sophomore, number 12, Peyton McKenna. 6' tall senior, number 15, Evan Bland. 6'8", senior, number 41, Jacob Tabor. And 6'4", senior, number 44, Omar Smith. The Pioneers are led by head coach Taylor Hansen.
on this Ash Wednesday in Elmhurst. Blue Jays already clinched a spot in the postseason, looking for one last win to give them a home game. It's Austin Wells with you here tonight. Blue Jays coming off a big run, 7-1 in their last 8. That dates back all the way to the last time they faced these Pioneers out of Carroll. That was a rough game for the Blue Jays. They lost by 31 in Waukesha. Elmhurst coming third in the CCIW as they lose the tip at 9-5. Carroll 7-7, still trying to keep their postseason dreams alive. There's an easy lay-in to start the game for Lamar Smith. High up in the CCIWs in field goal percentage. Starting lineups for Carroll. Michael McNabb gets the start. He is second in the CCIW in points per game. It's Peyton McKenna, Evan Bland, Jacob Neighbor, and Lamar Smith. Talon Pearson makes his second ever start for Elmhurst with no Sebastian Blahout in the lineup. Dealing with some sort of issue. He's in street clothes tonight on that Elmhurst bench. It's Dominic Trellenberg, Vinny Adjong, Beta, Talon Pearson, Luke Smith, and Aiden Boone to round out the starting lineup for the Blue Jays. And toilet bowls around the rim. Pearson gets an early rebound. Talon Pearson, brother of a former great on this Elmhurst side. As there's Aiden Boone. Swishes that three-pointer. Tegan Pearson, her older brother of Talon. They played last year together in Tegan's grad year. Here is McNabb. That one sent back. Here's Adjahong Beta. Luke Smith, Aiden Boone wants another in and out. Rebounded by Smith. 3 players on this Elmhurst side in the double digits as there's a big three-pointer for Evan Bland. Senior out of St. Charles, Missouri. John Beta all the way around and finds the fader. He's able to drive to the hoop. Relative ease on the near side all the way to the other side of the court. Here's Bland. Here's Lamar Smith outside to Bland. Has space for a shot. Gets it away off the front of the rim. Another rebound for Talon Pearson. Carroll on a 4-game win streak as there's Trellenberg. Offensive rebound for Luke Smith. Drives baseline, kicks out to Trellenberg. Nice driving layup for Dominic Trellenberg, who leads the CCIW in minutes played. Evan Bland yet again with 5 points for Carroll. Only averaging 6.4 points a game. There's an easy cut. That's blocked, but foul from Aiden Boone. Jacob Neighbor trailing. Good screen from Pearson there. Gave Boone a nice little lane to the hoop. Then he got whacked from behind by Neighbor. Neighbor, tallest one on the court in the starting lineup for either team at 6'7". Neither one of these teams awfully tall. Next tallest would be 6'5", and that's Adjunct Beta, Aiden Boone, and Michael McNabb. Ryan, 22 minutes a game so far this season, only 6.4 points per game, but has already almost equaled that with 5 here in the opening flurry. Long three-point attempt from Peyton McKenna. And that's going Elmhurst's way after the miss. Blue Jays lead 8-7. Nice dribble move from Luke Smith. Gets to the top of the key and is fouled. Let's see if it's Bland or Neighbor. It is on Bland. That's his first. We have baseline in for Luke Smith. Alan Pearson misses with that shot. A step just comes in and draws the foul. Dennis, a step comes in on that inbound pass. He draws the shooting foul. That one clinks out. Elmhurst 36th coming in to this week in the MPI, third in the CCIW, right behind Carthage. A team they beat on this 7 wins, 1 loss run that they're on. Good pass into Luke Smith from Talon Pearson. Carroll find themselves at 113, 7-7 in the CCIW. Have won their last 4 games though. That one's taken away. Luke Smith driving in, kicks out, and Trellenberg can't handle it. A little bit pressure from behind, got a last minute flick up from Smith. Here's Neighbor. Finds McNabb, got to be watch out for him. Finds himself wide open, and he's going to knock that down with ease. Adjahong Betta, who fell down on the defense, couldn't get up in time. Nice athletic attempt from Boone. Can't find the finger roll, and it's all tied at 10. Neighbor again in the Smith. He got whacked. I think it's on Aiden Boone, and it is.
Foul charge to Aiden Boone, his first, second team foul.
Good screen from Neighbor to allow Smith into the lane. Almost a block from Boone, but caught too much of the arm. Lamar Smith is going to head to the line. Second on this Carroll team in points with 17 a game. EJ Marshall comes in, as well as Andy Colvin. And Jack Cherry. Misses the second one, an offensive rebound. Here's a step. Wide open is Smith down low. And a 3-point play for the Pios. Jack Cherry at the free throw line. Here's Smith. Got it. 4-3. His first points tonight. This is an Elmhurst team that tops the CCIW in 3-point shooting. It's at 36%. This is a Carroll team that's in the top 3 in overall shooting. Smith is going to get charged with that foul, burning Lamar Smith. Defense in the corner on Lucas Parker, who's just checked in. Step at the top of the key, looking for a screen, and taken away by Colvin. Here is Luke Smith. Yeah, gets blocked by Parker. And on EJ Marshall. Got too much of the arm. Trailing Lamar Smith. Here is McNabb. Intercepted by Luke Smith. He's gonna get on the fast break here. Good pump fake to get his man in the air. Can't find the roll it. Colvin with the tip in. Andy Colvin only has played 17 minutes so far this season. As that one's sent back, good defense from Colvin. Here comes Jack Cherry, gets the lay-in. Andy Colvin, 6'7" freshman out of Duggar, Indiana. EJ Marshall getting a hand in there, making that pass difficult. Trellenberg and Luke Smith gonna sit down. Angel Hungpeta and Talon Pearson back in. Here's McNabb. On the out of bounds play, can't find it. Angel Hungpeta finds Colvin, 1-3, goes behind the back. Gives off to Vinny for the free throw line jumper, and that's all net. Nice little run for the Blue Jays. 9-0 run. Long three-pointer attempt from Parker, finds the hole. Jimmy out of Carroll, Indiana, able to knock that one down. His first basket tonight. Colvin wants a free throw line jumper. And if they keep leaving the Blue Jays open, from there they're gonna take it. 4 for their last 4. Corner for McNabb. How about for Parker? Inside for Brent Collard. Spin move blocked by Colvin. Angel Hungpeta inside to Colvin, off the rim. On a couple of minutes for the freshman. Back out for Parker, over to Bland. Guarded by Marshall now. There's a three-point attempt, knocked down from Jimmy Tarjan. Sophomore out of Niles, Illinois. Both these teams shooting very well at the moment. Carroll shooting 50%, the Blue Jays 52. Marshall, another free throw line jumper goes down. On the baseline by Cherry, wide open. Tarjan wants another. Clanks off the front of the rim. Fast pace, 10 minutes to open up this first half. Haven't had very many stoppages. It's been up and down the floor. EJ Marshall gets fouled. It's going to be Vinny Hungpeta that got fouled on that play. Was on Tarjan as Vinny makes the first shot. Angel Hong better on the season, 76.8% free throw shooter. BlueJays up 24-19. They've made 5 of their last 6 as Vinny splits it. Rebounded by Parker. Here's McKenna. Back off to Bland. Hard foul on Neighbor from Boone. That's going to be a second on Aiden Boone. In just 5 minutes. Boone does have 4 points, and he's going to go to the bench. Andy Colvin checks back in. Neighbor. There's Lamar Smith, guarded by Trellenberg. Inside to Neighbor, taking on the freshman. An easy spin move from Jacob Neighbor. Freshman on freshman. And John Betta, guarded by Parker, wants it and one. Brad John Betta just got physical as he drove to the paint. Good screen from Colvin. Took the smaller Lucas Parker right to the rim. And he converts the and one opportunity. Adjahong Betta up to 7 points tonight. Here's McKenna. 0 for 3 so far. A step has come back in for Bland. There's Lamar Smith, good defense into Neighbor. Taking on Colvin again and converts it again. Neighbor has had his way in the last 2 possessions on Andy Colvin. John Betta wants it again against Parker. Lays it off for Luke Smith. Free throw line. Hits the back. Good offensive rebound. Colvin can't convert. Got himself in a great position. Just couldn't find the second chance opportunity. McKenna using the screen off Neighbor. Good pick and roll. Kick outside, one more to Parker. Knocked out. Good extra pass to find Lucas Parker. He's 2 for 2 from the three-point line. That's taken away by a step. Finds the pass to McKenna, looking for his first one, clanks off. That's popped up by a step, loose ball. Oh, a foul on Carroll. Now Lucas Parker just coming straight into the back of Luke Smith. That's his first. Dennis's step. Doesn't get on the stat sheet very much. Has come off the bench in 22 games so far this season. Has shot 31%. So energetic. Long 3 from Luke Smith. Can't find the opportunity. And down the floor is a step. Good kick out. Parker wants another. That was a heat check for sure. Lamar Smith turnaround on Boone. And Carroll takes the lead. Step averages 6.7 points per game so far this season. Here's Trellenberg, and he draws the foul. Just his second basket tonight.
Basket counts.
It's been held awfully quiet so far. The leading scorer for the BlueJays starting to get going. That's on McKenna, who picks up his first foul. Trellenberg, a 71% free throw shooter. Knocks that one down. There's a step taken on Talon Pearson. Adjong Betta now on Neighbor. He finds another basket inside the paint. Jacob Neighbor just under 10 points per game. He's already up to 6. There's Adjong Betta on the other side. Pearson, 5 seconds to go. Step back, kick out for Smith. Drives into the paint, lead up for Marshall. That clanks off the backboard. And he's able to draw a foul before the shot clock went off. We'll see it here. Marshall goes up, and that's close. Very, very close. I think they're going to take a look at this. The question if the foul occurs before the shot clock goes off. It would be on Jacob Neighbor, his second. We'll take a look at it again right here. Right here, EJ Marshall goes up. And that's so close. It's where they call the foul before the shot clock. It is body to body. It's very, very close. The ball is definitely still in his hand when the shot clock goes off. It's where they call the foul that's the question. And they make contact basically right as that clock hits 0. Either way, all knotted up here in Elmhurst at 30. We'll take a look at it one more time. I think the foul's after the shot clock hits 0. Neighbor does a good job coming over and closing out, and they don't really make contact until the 0, and the ball's gone. And it is a shot clock violation on the Blue Jays, so no foul on Neighbor. He's still at 1. 6:31 left to go here in the first half. All knotted up at 30. Schellenberg with 5 points. Adjong Betta leads the Blue Jays with 8. And Talon Pearson doing the intangibles, rebounding and assisting. He has 3 in each, leads them in that category as well. Lamar Smith with 7. He has 5 rebounds as well, leads Carroll in those categories. There's a long 3 that clanks off the back. Talon Pearson brings it up. It's a half-court defense from a step on Luke Smith here. EJ Marshall now on the far side wing. Adjong Betta has a pretty good look at it. Can't find the basket. Up to McKenna, almost a pull-up 3. Neighbor has been so efficient here, and he draws the foul. He's 3 for 3 tonight. 6 points. Has been able to body the Blue Jays down low. And not a guy you want to send to the line very often. 83.8%.
Neighbor at the free throw line with 2 shots.
Knocks down the first one for Jacob Neighbor, freshman out of Janesville, Wisconsin. Last time these two teams played, had 11 points in 26 minutes. Shot 4 or 5 as he splits that one. He also had 6 rebounds in that game. Pearson finds himself open from 3 off the back of the iron. And Schellenberg comes down with the offensive rebound. and is fouled. Got Neighbor slipping a little bit from Talon Pearson. Thought he got it. Wasn't able to bring it down. So Trellenberg is going to head to the line. Elmhurst in the bonus. Foul was on Dennis' step. Trellenberg knocks that one down. He's up to 6 tonight. He's 2 for 2 from the free throw line. Elmhurst ending a scoring drought of right at 2 minutes. Trellenberg knocks him down. Workhorse on this Elmhurst team, leads the CCIW in minutes played. Bland on the far side. Now McNabb, who's been held pretty quiet tonight. Here's McKenna. That's off again. Offensive rebound tipped out to Bland. They're going to call a blocking foul on Talon Pearson. Bench wanted a charge. It's good defense. Just didn't get his feet set in time. That was the last foul for putting Carroll into the bonus, so they're going to head to the line. 1-1 for Tarjan. 30% from the free throw line this season, and can't find that one. This is 11th attempt, is now 3 for 11 from the stripe. Jay Marshall with McNabb on him. Now Trellenberg wants a 3. Rebounded by Carroll. Baseline reverse lay-in can't go in for Tarjan. Had that option. Here's Ajahung Betta, too strong, gets his own rebound. Gonna stick with Elmhurst. Pearson and Cherry gonna come in for Elmhurst. 32-31 here in the first half. And all-around scoring for both teams. Ajahung Betta with 8 so far. Here's the freshman Luke Smith. Bounce out to Trellenberg. Cherry with 7 on the clock. Back of the rim. Rebounded by McNabb. His first. So a 31-point game the last time these two teams met up in Waukesha. It was a close first half just like this as McNabb finds the lay-in. Carroll led after the first half the first time, 38-34. And then outscored the Blue Jays in the second half, 54-27. In a big rout. Elmhurst back in front, 34-33. That time Elmhurst was 2-4 in the CCIW. They then went on a 7-1 run. Now sitting third place. Lamar Smith, strong rebound and laid back in. Elmhurst have struggled in the paint. Not a good job boxing out there from Trellenberg. So Smith is going to head to the line. Foul on Trellenberg, his first tonight. Smith 1 for 2 from the free throw line. Shoots 67% on the season. Converts the opportunity, a timeout for Elmhurst. Felt like a very quick first half. It's been up and down the floor. Not a lot of stoppages from either team, as Carroll leads 36-34. It's Lamar Smith that leads Carroll in points with 10 points. Jacob Neighbor with 7. And Lucas Parker has 6. Lamar Smith also 6 rebounds. Leads the Pios in that category. John Agbedo for the Blue Jays, 8 points. Talon Pearson, 5 rebounds, 3 assists. Each team has taken 29 shots. Carroll has just hit 1 more. They've also hit 5 3-pointers in this game. Elmhurst 6 for 8 from the free throw line. Both teams with 5 offensive rebounds. Carroll leads in the second chance point category, 9-6. 18 points in the paint for Carroll, 16 for Elmhurst. He has already changed hands 12 times. Must have been tied 6. It's been a back and forth first half. Carroll looking to solidify their position in the CCIW as Charlottenburg draws a foul. They sit at 7-7, 5th place in the conference. So that foul is going to go against Lamar Smith. That's his first. Charlottenburg perfect from the line. Tonight made sure to say that after he shot the ball. Is still perfect at 4 for 4. Hopefully I didn't jinx the second one. And good, I'm safe. I'm safe. That ties it up at 36. Charlottenburg up to 9. Good kick out to the 3-point line. Another offensive rebound for Lamar Smith and the putback. Strong for the senior out of Milwaukee, Wisconsin. And a step has such good defense. Knocks that ball away from Luke Smith. He's able to get it back, turns it around. Here's Colvin, wants a 3, gets it! Andy Colvin, just his second career 3-pointer. Able to knock that one down to give the Blue Jays a 1-point lead. Jump cut from McNabb and then the finger roll. Continuing with the lead changes. Minute 30 in this first half. And Elmhurst palms at halftime. Hope you stick around to watch that. As Trellenberg draws yet another foul, held to the line. Already 5 free throws tonight for Dominic Trellenberg. Just strong for Dominic Trellenberg. He's so tough to deal with when he gets in the paint. A foul on McNabb, his first. Another one knocked down for Trellenberg. Ties it at 40. And stays perfect. 7 for 7 for Dominic Trellenberg. Inside to Neighbor, taking on Colvin. Good defense from the freshman. Cherry gets it taken away by a step. Inside to McNabb on Colvin. He's going to get called for the foul.
Foul charge to Randy Colvin. His first.
And this Dennis, a step, has been all over. That's his second steal tonight. And quickly gets it up to his leading scorer in McNabb, who's shooting first free throws tonight. That one rolls in. 80% on the season for Michael McNabb. And he knocks both of them down. So yet another lead change. The 16th time in this first half the lead has swapped hands. Step is gonna get the foul. That's gonna be his second. Very physical defender. Wearing that see-through mask is Dennis a Step. Jack Cherry's gonna head to the line. He's got 2 points tonight. Knocks that one down on the season, 82% from the line. As Marshall is gonna check out for Colvin. 45.5 seconds left, tied up at 42. Knocks both of them down. Elmhurst lead by 1. Parker, Lamar Smith in the neighbor, taking on Adjong Betta. And bounced about 8 times on the rim. Shot clock's off. Carroll a 1-point lead. High scoring first half here in Elmhurst. 15 seconds on the shot clock. Smith guarded by Parker McKenna. 7 seconds now. Looking to get inside the paint, takes a step back fader. That's rebounded by Neighbor. And the shot doesn't count. So Carroll heading to halftime with a 44-43 lead. Blue Jays, when they trail at the half, are 2-6 this season. Team highs for both teams here in this first half. It's Lamar Smith for Carroll so far. 12 points, 7 rebounds, and 4 assists. He's 5 for 5 from the field, including 2 for 3 from the free throw line. For Elmhurst, Dominic Schellenberg with 11 points, 2 for 5 from the field. Perfect from the free throw line, 7 for 7. Let's have a rebound. Jack Cherry with 5 rebounds, and Talon Pearson with 3 assists. Hope you stick around for it. The halftime performance from the Elmhurst Palms team.
Blue Jay fans, for your
We're going to step aside. Elmhurst down 44-43.
University Palms team, choreographed by team captain Stell Frick, Madison Haberman, and Alexandria Wenzel.
Gotta get it. Gotta get it. Gotta get it. Gotta get it.
I spend my time just thinking about you. Every single day, 'cause I'm really missing you. And all those things we used to do.
The Elmhurst Palms team. Hope you come back at halftime for the second half. Carroll lead 44-33, or 44-43, I should say, over the Blue Jays.
The online ABSN nursing program allowed me a lot of flexibility in my schedule, and as an adult learner, that's important to me. One of my favorite parts of this program was the lab simulation and the clinical rotations. The preceptors we had were absolutely phenomenal role models, and those nurses took the time to walk us through the procedures, the equipment, and the nursing care that those patients needed. And we were able to see the impact of our role as nursing students affect those patients in a positive way. My classmates were phenomenal. They were absolutely fantastic, intelligent, hardworking people that brought extremely variable experience to the table. We really bonded as a group, and we made some very close friendships. My professors and preceptors have helped me identify my strengths and where I would be a good fit in the nursing profession, because there's so many possibilities in nursing. The impact I hope to have as a nurse is to educate my patients on how to be healthy and help them manage their chronic illnesses or even prevent those illnesses from occurring. Nursing is definitely a calling, because nursing is a healing profession. Nurses make the special connection with their patients in order to support them through some of the most difficult times of their life. I believe that we are lifetime learners. We need to be learning constantly. And as nurses, we need to be learning because we need to update our knowledge continuously and bring our best foot forward for the benefit of our patients.
Professor Cunningham said, I think I have a really, really good culmination of what your interests are. And here, I am this 23-year-old saying, I have no idea what I want to do. I think I want to do this. Here are my interests. This is what I thought. Now, truly being a concentration in market research, it's everything that I aspired to and everything that I wanted. And the idea of market research is something that I didn't really think I would be interested in, and all of a sudden I'm in this concentration and in this program and I'm in love. My professors that I have here in my program are saying, if your company now values you, just wait until after you have your MBA and after you go through the full program. I had never taken any business classes as a Bachelor of Science major in biology. I never took an accounting class. I had never taken anything that would have gotten me to where I am now, where I'm able to speak with knowledge about things about our own growing firm, also talk about our competition and our industry, and talk about how we can expand and become better. There's absolutely no way I would be able to do what I'm doing now without this program.
I have a lot of family support that helps me balance school, the kids, work. A lot of people have said to me, Victoria, I don't know how you do it. It's crazy going back to school now. Why? You already have a company, you're already working. Why would you do that to yourself? I said Elmhurst is a great place to start off, even at my age, to come back to. The MBA program, the price of it is affordable. The location is very convenient. The teachers are phenomenal. I can't ask for a better school to go to. Once I graduate, it'll get back to normal and it'll be a lot easier, but it's well worth it.
Welcome back inside RA Fagnall Hall. A back and forth first half gives the Carroll Pioneers a 44-43 lead here in Elmhurst. Dawson Wells with you, and we'll take a look at some first half highlights between these two teams that only changed 18 times in the first half. Here's a good pass inside to Luke Smith from Talon Pearson. He had 7 points in the half. A nice response from Carroll. Jack Cherry kick out to Luke Smith on the contested three. That was his only three-pointer of the half. Here comes Jack Cherry off the bench. He's going to go coast to coast, able to find a lane and the contested lay-in. Cherry with 4 points. And Ajahong bet up a free throw line jumper right there. He had a nice first half as well. 8 points for him, including this strong and one that he then converted. But Carroll, and here's Andy Colvin. He had a nice first half, the freshman. That's his second career three-pointer. He had 7 points, 2 rebounds. But Carroll has the lead, up by 1. Elmhurst 2-6 this season when they trail at halftime. Talon Pearson wants to start the scoring. Knocks it down. Elmhurst, the best three-point shooting team in the CCIW. That's only their 4th three-pointer tonight. McNabb responds. His second three. A nice response from the Pios of Carroll. Aiden Boone only played 7 minutes because of foul trouble. See if he can stay off the foul sheet. Trellenberg rebounded by Ajahong. Better on the far side. Boone wants a three. And Elmhurst on fire from behind the arc to start this second half. Here's Neighbor able to pass to McKenna. He's had a rough game, now 0 for 6. Is Parker McKenna, who only averages 11 points a game. Smith off the screen finds Boone. He wants another around the toilet bowl. Pearson initially got the rebound and then taken away by Lamar Smith. Here's Bland. And that's going Elmhurst's way. Bland couldn't knock that one down. He's 1 for 3. As these teams just let it fly from behind the arc to start half number 2. Already 7 three-pointers attempted. A 2-point lead for Elmhurst. Trying to exact some revenge and clinch a home playoff game in the CCIW playoffs. Ajahong Betta can't find it. Strong rebound for Lamar Smith. Bland wants to cut and kicks out. And McNabb, that's a good guy to kick out to. Can't get the rebound. No call, gonna go to Elmhurst's way. Lashed off Carroll. McNabb doesn't miss many of those. Wide open three. Last off Bland. Neighbor left it thinking it was last off Elmhurst, but no dice for him. Fairly even on the rebounding carry. There's Trellenberg! Driving baseline. Able to get the easy put in. And then a charge from Talon Pearson. Neighbor went right at him. Tried to draw one in the first half. He got that one. Excellent job for Talon Pearson. We got the start tonight with Sebastian Blahout out of the lineup. Second ever career start for Talon Pearson. They'll pass inside to Trellenberg, taking on Lamar Smith. Rolls on the front of the rim. Bland taking on Pearson. Rejects the screen. Here is McNabb. There is McKenna. Even can't find that. Man, he is having a rough night. 0 for 7. And a foul on Ajahan Betta. Tough night for Parker McKenna. And Ajahan Betta able to draw the foul on Michael McNabb. Second leading scorer in the CCIW. Averages 21.2 points a game. Has 12 here tonight. Jack Cherry rounds the corner. Now Pearson off the back iron. Just a little too strong. Here's Bland. Trellenberg got a hand in there and knocks it away. Ajahan Betta. Pearson. Deep three. Again, a little too strong. McNabb brings up the floor. Cuts it back inside. Spin. Loses it. And a foul. It's on Boone. It's his third. It's on Pearson. It's his third. It was either Pearson or Boone that got the foul. They gave it to Pearson. So McNabb heads to the line. He's 2 for 2 tonight. Carroll as a team shooting 50% from the free throw line so far. Now 55%. Have been unable to get a shot off in the last 3.5 minutes to open this second half. Boone able to finally corral that rebound. And then a step, getting another hand on the ball as the Blue Jays bring up the floor. Trellenberg turnaround jumper, wow! All the way around the world and then falls out. McKenna over to Smith. He's been dangerous in a block from Trellenberg, his second. Neither one of these teams able to hit a field goal. After starting this second half very hot, scoring drought of 2 minutes for Elmhurst and no field goals. And yet the woes continue for Parker McKenna, now 0 for 8. Here's Ajahan Betta. Ajahan Betta guarded by McNabb. Wants Trellenberg, he fires! And a timeout for Carroll. Dominic Trellenberg was 0 for 3. Knocks that one down. He's got 16 points. What a great shot from the leader of these Blue Jays. Wide open on the far side, and that's pure. 16 points, leads the game. 2 rebounds and an assist for Trellenberg as well. Jack Cherry with 5 rebounds. Luke Smith, 3 assists. Michael McNabb starting to get a little hot. He's the only one to score so far for Carroll in this second half. He's got 4 points. Only one shot has fallen for the Pioneers. They don't have a basket in the last 4.5 minutes, almost 5. They're 0 for their last 5. They have dominated the paint. 24 points for Carroll. One of the better shooting teams in the CCIW. A couple of other games in the CCIW tonight. Illinois Wesleyan taking on North Park. Illinois Wesleyan lead that one 58-41. Look at the other ones at the next break. Another miss for Parker McKenna. 0 for 9. Only shoots 37% on the year. Just hasn't been in his night. Inside to Adjahong Beta, and he smokes it. Here comes a step. Nice dribble move to get to the rim. Loses down the way up. Taken away by Cherry. Kellenberg passed up the shot, and a travel from Boone. Boone just couldn't get his feet set before he went up with that shot. Lamar Smith taking on Boone. That's knocked away. Great defense from Aiden Boone. EJ Marshall trying to go coast to coast. No, basket waved off. It's going to get called on the floor. Head coach Taylor Jansen not happy with that. Foul called on the floor. We'll see it here. EJ Marshall driving. That's the right call. Foul happened before the jump cut. Congested paint. EJ Marshall in the corner. Yes, sir! Elmhurst getting hot from deep. Showing why they're the best three-point team in the CCIW. McKenna trying to break out of this slump, my goodness. 0 for 10, as that's tipped by his step. Lamar Smith can't find it off the backboard. Had Trellenberg inside. Adjahong Beta was late getting there. Finally does. Give and go to Adjahong Beta. Elmhurst, 13-1 run. They take a double-digit lead. Their biggest of the night. Long three, a step, can't knock it down. Elmhurst want revenge. This is what Carroll did to them in this first meeting. Adjahong Beta can't find the lay-in on the far side. Lamar Smith trying to go underhand. He smokes it again. He's down behind the play. If Elmhurst go quickly, it's a 5-on-4. Let's slow it down. Timeout, Elmhurst. But a 13-1 run in the last 7 minutes have given Elmhurst an 11-point lead. Head coach John Baines wants a home playoff game. We'll look at some other scores happening in the CCIW. Wheaton beating Carthage by a wide margin, 70-59 in Wheaton. That would be a big game for the Thunder, who sit at 6-8, right on that 6th place marker, potentially the last seed to get in the tournament. Carthage 11-3 in the CCIW. Augustana right behind Wheaton at 5-9, and they trail North Central in Naperville 55-43. And the other game here, 59-48 in favor of the Blue Jays. Elmhurst would love a home playoff game to start the CCIW tournament. The 3 and 4 seeds get to host the 5 and 6 seeds in the first round. Yeah, the top two getting a bye. And there even might be an opportunity for Elmhurst to jump over Carthage. It would be a long shot. I don't know the specific tiebreaker situations. Elmhurst is 2 games back. If Carthage ends the game losing tonight, would there be potential? Last game of the season with Carthage playing this Carroll team on Saturday. Elmhurst, they do have a difficult opponent. It is North Park. It was a team Elmhurst was able to beat North Park 81-75 in their last meeting. Focusing on tonight, trying to finish this game against Carroll with just under 12 minutes to go here in half number 2. Elmhurst 11-point lead in RA Fagnall Hall. Bland on the wing on the far side, drives baseline underhand. Able to draw a foul.
Second personal foul charge to E.J. Marshall.
Foul is on E.J. Marshall, his second. Fourth team foul. Bland will head to the line. His first time tonight. 52% on the season. And the first one goes off the back iron. Scoring drought continues for Carroll. Haven't scored in the last 4 minutes and 20 seconds. Bland trying to end that, and he does. 10-point lead. As Carroll with a half-court press. Step making it difficult basically every time up the floor for Elmhurst. Here's Cherry on the wing. Marshall. Six seconds. Smith's got a fire and over Bland knocks it down. Strong from Luke Smith, such a talented freshman. He's in the double digits tonight with 10. Right around his season average. Bland almost rejected by Boone. Able to tip it to Cherry for the rebound. Here's Cherry. Over to Boone. Elmhurst shooting 44%. 42% from 3. Here's Trellenberg. That's too easy over Parker. Neighbor over to a step. Boone on Neighbor this time, a lot stronger of an opponent. Marshall leaves Bland wide open. He knocks it down. Right now averages 30.5% on the season from 3. That's his second one tonight. He's up to 9 points. Here's E.J. Marshall. Free throw line, draws a foul. Elmhurst are getting to that free throw line quite a bit. And either had wide open opportunities or have been able to draw fouls. Neighbor, or excuse me, that foul is called on Lucas Parker, his second. Marshall, his first time to the line tonight. Knocks the first one down. He's 80% on the season. There's a step and Parker come off. Marshall 6 points tonight. Elmhurst continue to extend their lead. And the largest, almost the largest lead tonight, I should say, was up to 15. Elmhurst now lead by 14. Baseline for McNabb. Try to go up and under. He gets whacked on his way through. Vitale and Pearson That's going to be his fourth. And he had just come back into the game as well after sitting. As McNabb knocks it down, he's up to 14. So Pearson's going to head back out. Charlottenburg back in. Charlottenburg already 28 minutes played tonight. McNabb knocks both of them down. Dominic Charlottenburg averages 34 minutes a game. He's well on his way to going over that number. Charlottenburg taking on Lamar Smith, finds Cherry at the top of the three-point line. Misses left. Here's Parker McKenna over to Bland on the wing. He's going to drive baseline. As Carroll does almost every possession. Here's McNabb trying to get in the paint, underhand and in. McNabb continues to be a consistent scorer. That's 10 points in the second half. It's been him and Bland to score so far for Carroll. Mitchell Hungbetta looking for space against McNabb. Off the backboard, gets his own rebound. And a reset. 5 seconds. Charlottenburg has to hurl it up. That misses the rim as well. Quick transition from Bland, and Cherry can't knock it away. Gets too much body. And he'll get called for the foul. It's his first. Sixth team on Elmhurst. Easy for McNabb, who blows by Adjahong Betta. Coach Baines is not happy over on that sideline. He's going to call a timeout. But after a slow start for Carroll, they've caught fire a little bit. They're on a 6-0 run over the last minute and 20 seconds. And they're perfect from the field. Shooting 25% from the three-point line so far are Carroll. Or excuse me, they're shooting 32% over the game. It's 25% in the second half. Both teams shooting 42% from the field. No glaring stat that sticks out. Carroll have missed 7 free throws. Elmhurst are 14 for 16. Neither team have turned the ball over. Each team with 5 points off turnovers. Elmhurst leading the rebounding category 35-29. But Carroll, 11 second chance points. Elmhurst have led for the majority of the game. Here's Boone. Sidestep, leaves it short. BlueJays have led for 22 and a half minutes. Carroll only 5. Last time they led was all the way early in this second half. Basically right when we came back out, that was the last time they led. That's an up and down. What do they call it? Jump ball. Call it jump ball. So it's going to stay with Carroll. Neighbor tried to get a lob opportunity. McKenna wants to end his drought, doesn't. He's now 0 for 11. Adjahong better, strong pass. Can't lay it in, but draws the foul. So strong going to the rim, especially to his left. Able to get the foul. Goes right past McNabb. Also gives Michael McKenna his third. He knocks it down. Jahong Betta up to 11 points. Three for 4 from the free throw line. I think that 3 for 5. But McNabb's got to be careful the rest of the way. He's got 3 fouls. Leading scorer for the Pioneers. He is taking on Trellenberg. Finding no space down low. Bland at the top of the wing. And a double dribble. Called on Lamar Smith. Still within reach here for Carroll. It's only a 9-point lead for Elmhurst. Luke Smith bringing it up against Bland, able to find space. That's sent way back by McKenna. That was a strong rejection. Very weak attempt from Luke Smith. Basically allowed it to be blocked, though he had nothing. Fadeaway jumper, rebounded by Boone, puts it back up and in. Eden Boone with the second chance bucket. He's got 9. Bland and a block on E.J. Marshall. He had his feet moving to the side. Didn't get in front in time, and that's going to put Carroll in the bonus for the rest of this game. Just over 6 minutes to go. Elmhurst have gotten a little cold here down the stretch. They're 1 for their last 7. There's Bland, that's in and out. This is the first half of the 1-and-1. That's taken away by a step, still with the Blue Jays. A step able to somehow get a hand back on it. It looked like Boone had it for a second. McKenna kicks out for Bland. No McNabb on the floor at the moment for Carroll. An offensive foul. Lamar Smith with the foul. He's going to get in the foul trouble now with 3. Carroll up to 6 fouls now. Hung Betta with McKenna all over him. Now with Neighbor sending 3 guys at him. Luke Smith finds a lane. A step trying to get there. Foul called on the Blue Jays. The step got past Smith. Hung Betta just caught a little too much of a step on his way through. No points tonight. And then it's a stab. He's 0 for 2 from the field and 0 for 2 from the free throw line.
2 shots.
Hung Betta, his second foul. Able to knock that one down.
Back in for Carroll.
Step does have 4 steals tonight, however. And 4 defensive rebounds. Has really been a menace in the side of Elmhurst. Causing a lot of havoc on the defensive end, especially when his guy gets the ball like Jack Cherry does here. Step all over him, trying to just get a hand in the passing lane. Imagine hung better. Smith, extra to Boone for three. Not there. Mass man and Dennis a step brings it up. Crossover from Lamar. Smith lays it off to Neighbor, leaves it short again. He was fouled by Boone. That's his third. So Boone, E.J. Marshall, and Talon Pearson all in a little bit of foul trouble. Pearson with 4, Marshall with 3, and Boone with 3. For Carroll, McNabb, and a step both have 3 themselves. His neighbor knocks down the first one. He's up to 10 points. And splits them again. Looks like he did the first time. 4.5 to go. Blue Jays lead by 10. A step, almost his 5th steal. Here's Boone. What a reverse. In the corner for a step. McNabb back on the floor. Guarded by Trellenberg. Neighbor to the rim. Aggressive lay-in. And a timeout for the Pioneers. Trying to get back into this game. Just have not been able to really break that 9-point barrier that they've had. Elmhurst went on that 9-0 run earlier in this half to separate them. And we got all the way up to 15 for the Blue Jays. Since then, it's been cut down to 10. Elmhurst have led a majority of the game. 26.5 minutes of lead time after a back and forth first half. The lead has changed over 20 times. Elmhurst are finding a lot of success in the paint, especially in this second half. 12 points in the paint, only 6 for Carroll after they put up 24 points in the paint in the first half. Elmhurst right around their average in three-point percentage at 35. They have shot 36% on the year. It's the best mark in the CCIW. Both teams shooting 42%. 4 minutes to go. Elmhurst looking for a home playoff game. Would clinch one with a win here tonight. Carroll looking to stay alive in the CCIW playoffs. They are the current 5 seed, but a loss would put them at 7 and 8. Depending on other scores around the CCIW. They have potential to clinch tonight. That one's knocked away. Here comes McNabb to the rim. And it's an 8-point game. 3.5 to go. Gotta handle the ball well. Be smart with it if you're Elmhurst. That one's almost knocked away, but a foul called on Michael McNabb. That's his 4th. So a big foul on McNabb there. He has 21 points tonight, 3 rebounds, 2 assists. Right at his season average for the second leading scorer in the CCIW. And Michael McNabb, sophomore and of Grafton, Wisconsin. That one doesn't find its home. And Lucas Parker into Neighbor. Bland using the screen from Neighbor, gets another one. Right back to Neighbor, taking on Boone. Parker with a deep three, too strong. Rebounded by Boone. Sixth rebound tonight for Aiden Boone. EJ Marshall almost sets down Parker. There's Luke Smith, under 10 to go on the shot clock, taking on Bland. He's able to draw a foul and a little extracurriculars. Neighbor and Smith jawing a little bit. Ref's gonna send the teams to their benches. Getting a little chippy here in Elmhurst. We'll see what these referees decide with their timeout. See it again right here. A little push from Neighbor, a lot of jawing. Back and forth. That's freshman on freshman. Neighbor and Luke Smith. We get a double technical. I haven't gotten the numbers yet, but two techs have been. Luke Smith gets the technical, and I think it was Neighbor who got the other technical for Carroll.
Who's third?
Oh, it was Luke Smith with the technical. That's his. And it's also Lamar Smith with the technical for Carroll. Potentially reviewing if it gets upgraded, possibly. See what they're reviewing here. Potentially a double technical, which would lead to an ejection. Or either a flagrant for one of the players. Don't really know exactly what they're reviewing. Either way, Elmhurst an 8-point lead against the Carroll Pioneers. Carroll now in the double bonus. And Elmhurst having 10 fouls. Almost in the double bonus. Dominic Trellenberg leads the Blue Jays in scoring with 18. He's 5 for 12 from the floor tonight. 5 rebounds, 3 assists. Jack Cherry leads the Elmhurst rebounders with 8. Ian and Boone right behind him with 6. So with Ajahong Betup, who has 6 rebounds, 4 assists, and 11 points. Michael McNabb leads the Pioneers in points with 21. He does have 4 personal fouls. Have to be careful these last 2.5 minutes. Referees are now done reviewing, and they'll have a discussion as we take a pause in the game here. It's Lamar Smith with 14 rebounds for Carroll. And Peyton McKenna, who has had a rough night shooting the ball, has 4 assists, leads the Pioneers in that category. We'll see what Referees are deciding here. Here's the foul on Luke Smith.
Nothing changed with the review. Luke Smith will be at the free throw line shooting one bonus.
He headed to the line. Luke Smith is going to head to the line. I guess they were reviewing potentially a turnover on the play. It was a personal foul on Bland. So Smith heads to the line after that extended delay with extracurricular activities under the basket. He's able to knock down the first half of the 1-and-1. Knocks them both down. Luke Smith up to 14 points. Elmhurst back into the double-digit lead. There's Neighbor. Fadeaway basket gets it to go. Carroll using another timeout. They have 2 left. Elmhurst with 4 timeouts. As we head down the stretch in this CCIW game. And all-around scoring for Elmhurst. 4 players into the double digits for scoring. It's been the same story here in the second half. Trellenberg was 7. Smith was 7 and 8. And Boone all with 7 points here in half number 2. At half, the Blue Jays have outscored the Pioneers 32-23. After a back-and-forth first half, they've out-rebounded Carroll 21-15, including 4 offensive rebounds to Carroll's 1. Carroll does have quite a few steals with 5. All of them have come from one player in Dennis Estep, who is back on the floor with 3 personal fouls. 2 minutes to go. Elmhurst up 8. A home playoff game potentially on the line. Cherry using a lot of the shot clock. Want to shorten this last 2 minutes. Under 10 seconds to go. Cherry able to get a lane kick out. Boone has a 3, too strong. McNabb with the rebound. He's going to go to the rim. Finger roll. Gets his own rebound. Goes back up. It's blocked. Battling for it. And a jump ball. Going to stay with Carroll. Elmhurst arguing that it should go to them on the jump ball. I believe it should be Elmhurst's ball because the last one went to Carroll. And it is. So it will be Elmhurst's ball. The last one did go to Carroll. The arrow was just pointing the wrong way. Referee's got it right. Elmhurst opportunity to potentially kill off this game. We'll see if Carroll decides to foul. Full court press, able to get it over the line. Here's Adrahong Betta. Smith just able to get it to Cherry. Nice behind the back pass to Boone, and he gets it in. Under a minute to go. Elmhurst up 10. McNabb. Bland. Deep 3. Can't connect. Adjahong Betta with the rebound. 2-on-1. Boone gets his man in the air. 12-point lead. Elmhurst pulling away. That's almost blocked, but a foul on Neighbor. But a 12-point lead. Good pump fake to get Boone in the air, and then Adjahong Betta with the foul. Neighbor 2 for 4 for the free throw line tonight. Can't get the first one. .1 seconds to go. Can't get either, and Trellenberg gets the rebound. Finally gets called for the foul. Looked like he got hit about 4 or 5 different times before that. Trellenberg's gonna head to the line. Yeah, he got fouled way before the whistle actually went off. Either way, Trellenberg will head to the line. He's had a great night. Kind of like he always does for this Blue Jays team. 18 points, 6 rebounds, 3 assists, leading the way again. He's played 37 minutes tonight. It's the workhorse for this Blue Jays team. Continues to lead them into the postseason and potentially even the national tournament. And he'll be upset with that one. Now 8 for 9 for the free throw line. Elmhurst 36th in the MPI. It's a big ranking that Division III uses to determine at-large bids. Elmhurst call a timeout. They did have 4 left. Elmhurst 36th in the MPI. Carthage right in front of them at 34, and then the best team in the CCIW, Illinois Wesleyan, at 13. 21 at-large bids in Division III. The rest go to conference champions. Depending how they finish the season and the tournament, if they stay in that top 40, they would have a pretty good shout at a national tournament game. You'd like to think if Elmhurst stayed in that top 40, they would have a good shot at an at-large bid in the national tournament. Something they haven't done in a couple of years. Led by that man right there, Dominic Trellenberg. He's 6th in the CCIW in scoring. Leads the league in minutes played. And Elmhurst are going to close this one out. They can hold the ball the rest of the way. A step is going to foul. Interesting foul with 15 seconds to go, and Elmhurst up by 11. Step his 4th. Sends Adjahong Betta to the line. Stick around post game. We'll talk to John Baines after presumably another Elmhurst win, one that secures a home playoff game in the CCIW. He knocks that one down. Another timeout for Elmhurst. Illinois Wesleyan sit at atop of the CCIW standings They're tied with Carthage at 11-3. Playing North Park right now. That one went final. Illinois Wesleyan wins against North Park 76-71. Wheaton had the lead over Carthage, and they were able to close that one out. A big win for the Wheaton Thunder. They beat the Carthage Redbirds 96-88. Another game in the CCIW tonight. North Central against Augustana as the Cardinals get a win. Will be an interesting last day of the CCIW as North Park takes on Elmhurst on Saturday. That's the final game of the regular season and senior day for these Blue Jays. Carthage heads to Carroll. Wesleyan heads to Augustana, and Milliken versus Wheaton to close out their season. Deep shot for Parker, off target. Finds a step blocked by Luke Smith, and then off McNabb. Elmhurst ball. That's gonna do it. 5 seconds to go. Don't expect Carroll to foul with 5. Boone can just hold on to it. And the Blue Jays clinch a home playoff game in Elmhurst. They move up to 17-7, 10-4 in the CCIW. Carroll fall to 500 on the year, 12-12, and 7-8 in the CCIW. Final box score tonight before we talk to head coach John Baines. Trellenberg led the Blue Jays in scoring with 19. He played 37 minutes. Had 6 rebounds, 3 assists. Jack Cherry had a good night as well. Only 4 points, but 8 rebounds and 5 assists from Jack Cherry. For the Pioneers, it was Michael McNabb who had 21 points. He got his, but the rest of the team couldn't back him up. Morris Smith had 15 rebounds, and Peyton McKenna had a rough night. Was 0 for 11 from the floor, included 4 assists, but he struggled. Elmhurst shot 44% from the floor, including 33% from the three-point land. Shot well from the free throw line, right at their season percentage, 76. Right on the turnover difference with 8. Elmhurst had 9 points off turnovers. They were able to out-rebound Carroll as well, 45-38. It was a back and forth first half. Elmhurst found themselves trailing 44-43. Were able to close out the Pioneers here in the second half. Joined by head coach John Baines. And a big win for the Blue Jays. You guys clinch a home playoff game heading into senior night. What does it mean to not only get a home playoff game, but also clinch a playoff position last weekend?
It's huge. Obviously, we've only lost 1 game here at home, and that was in overtime. So I think we play well here. So getting that's really important. I think we're not even really talking about that too much. I mean, it's just kind of one of those. All these games have been close and they're tight, and we're just trying to do the best job we can to win the games.
You guys are playing your best basketball of the season. You're 8-1 in your last 9. What's been the talk in the locker room about that, if any?
I'm not going to say it's been like anything incredible. It's just a bunch of guys that are playing well and they're finding their groove. Tonight, Seb Blahut, he hurt his knee yesterday at the end of practice, and he tweaked it and he couldn't play tonight. And I will just tell you, he's one of the tougher dudes that we have on the team. He's a captain, and he's been with us for 4 years, and he plays his butt off. And he couldn't be out there tonight. And I'm not just saying this to be grandiose with it, but it's in our DNA in this program to be tough. And I told our guys, I said, you know, a captain goes down and we're at home, we got a lot on the line, and part of being a player in our program is you have got to have the toughness and the DNA of you to persevere over that stuff. And I think the guys that we have in that locker room are those types of dudes. And when you get that, and you have a thunderbolt, a guy go down like that, that's really important to you, and you watch us get a double-digit win even though that happened, that speaks to what we are about and what the guys do on a day-to-day basis. I'm so proud of them because that is exactly what we want. We want tough dudes.
Well, speaking of tough dudes, you guys battled in the first half, trailed 44-43 coming into the second half, and went on a pretty great run to start half number 2. Obviously, what was your halftime speech to kind of get your guys going?
You know, we gave up 44 in the first half, and you know our goal is always 71. And so if you look here, we gave up 69. That's a heck of a defensive effort in the second half. I thought they missed a couple of bunnies, but I felt like we had the same thing going. But I felt like we locked in. Aiden Boone was in a little foul trouble in the first half, and Andy Colvin gave us a great lift coming in. The freshman's is really playing well, and I think now we got one more game that we need to win to get ourselves really positioned well for the conference tournament and the NCAA tournament if we're thinking big.
Yeah, last game of the year, senior night against North Park on Saturday. How are you guys preparing for that one?
They're fast. They get out and they press and they give you a lot of problems. You know, I'm not thinking about it yet, but they've got a lot of talent. They're one of the more talented teams in the league, and it should be a good one. I'm just happy with our guys. We're on a great run, and they're really playing for each other. And I know it's very cliche to say that kind of thing, but in this day and age when there's a bunch of teams that are just kind of getting thrown together with a bunch of transfers and all the other stuff, we got guys that have been in our spot, been in our program. They know about winning, and they know what it takes to do it, and they're doing it.
Well, thank you, Coach. Great victory tonight. Elmhurst moves to 17-7, 10-4 in conference, and they clinch a home playoff game come playoffs. That's going to do it for us tonight. Dawson Wells with you from RA Fagnall Hall. Elmhurst win 81-69. Have a good night.
Thank you, guys.